Okay, good morning, afternoon, evening everyone. Hi, my name is Myra and welcome back to my channel. How are you guys? I hope you all doing great. I'm sorry if my videos is a lot of late lately because work has been quite busy and I've been having things going on with my life, but I am so thankful that you guys are here. You're still watching my videos. Every view counts, every one of you counts, and just thank you so much for being here. And before I forgot, don't forget to click that bell button besides my subscribe button so you will be notified if I upload something new. And for those of you who are new here, hi! Hi! Welcome to the family of movie lovers in my channel. My name is Myra and I make movie reviews and trailer reactions, and I usually switch between two languages, sometimes English and sometimes I speak Indonesian, which is the language from my country. This is the flag. And today we will be talking about Gemini Man. And before this movie played in the theaters, I was lucky enough to attend their special screening and get to experience this technology that they called, I believe it was 3D plus, which was pretty cool. But was the technology enough to save the entire movie and call it a good one? Sadly, no. The premise of the movie is simple enough for a sci-fi action. A sniper named Henry that has been working for the DIA for more than 20 years decided to retire, even though he is really good at his job. Unfortunately, his last kill was a bogus, and by bogus I mean the person he killed isn't actually a bad guy, and suddenly his life and the lives of the people around him are in jeopardy, including the life of a DIA agent named Danny, I believe, who has the job to watch over him. As he and Danny were on the run, Henry learned that the DIA actually sent someone else to hunt him that strangely was very similar to him in a literal sense. Soon enough, he figured out that the person who wants to kill him is actually his clone. How can this happen, and will Henry be able to escape from his younger self? If you haven't seen the movie, please stop here. Now, when I watch Gemini Man, I actually have to wear goggles because, like I said, they were using this technology called 3D plus. And what's so special about this tech, trust me, I have to talk about this so this review makes sense. It's not only that it's 3D, the images are on 60 FPS, which is frame per second. Think of it like this. If you're watching this, which is my YouTube video, it is on 25 FPS, so it's 25 frames per second. For myself, when I saw my own YouTube video, the image is already pretty smooth, right? But if it's upgraded to 60 FPS, which is more with more frames per second, then the image will be much smoother. And boy, did they deliver. The first scene, the bullet train moves so smoothly. I feel like I was lathering warm butter on a toast. I practically fell in love with the scene and had the urge to go on bullet trains. Suddenly, I'm Sheldon Cooper for some reason. However, even the beautiful cinematography thanks to the 3D plus cannot derail me from the simplistic story that the movie offers. For me, there are a lot of things that they could explore with the clone premise that they have. The process, the complexity, the huge drama behind it, like the ethical questions that might come up. But they choose to focus on the action, which, to be honest, a waste for something as great as 60 FPS technology to be used on this type of movie. I mean, if this was a sci-fi movie with heavy scenes of outer space or even alien war, the 60 FPS experience, I think, will be paid in full. Oh, and just a side note, our projector, the one that we use for the special screening, can only handle 60 FPS per second, but actually the movie itself can do much more than that. So everything actually can be a lot smoother, but sadly, since we only have you know, 60 FPS technology, that's the only thing we get. So because of this simple storyline, I can only enjoy the majestic cinematography on several scenes only. That includes the bullet train scene, the motor chase scene, and the shooting scene. I am sure the fighting between Henry and his clone should be great also, but I just can't enjoy it. Whenever the storyline starts having a lot of conversation, and trust me, it happens quite a lot, the 3D plus became useless and, to be honest, annoying. I don't see someone's face up close multiple times with faded background. Makes me think that I'm in an interview or something, which was very uncomfortable to me. Although the CGI on Junior, which is Henry's clone, was amazing. Granted, the facial expression isn't as smooth as the real one, but the similarities between him and Will Smith is mind-boggling. And of course, the most memorable scene for me is when Junior cried because he looks so similar with the actual person. So on the CGI part, overall good job. However, it became clear that most of the action scenes rely on the CGI. So maybe that's why the camera movement isn't really natural? I don't know. A friend of mine pointed out that a lot of the action scenes were shot with a still or, you know, standing camera instead of a moving one, therefore making the shots kind of stiff. But it's probably necessary because all of the technology that they wanted it to implement it, so it makes editing so much easier. But this is only my logic. If you guys work in the film industry or movie industry or even the editing department, let me know if I said something wrong. This is all in my head. Now, on to the most important part of the movie for me, which is storyline and character. Granted that the whole story hinges on the growth of Henry, as he wanted to retire but failed to do so. And that part was good. That part was golden. But sadly, it makes all of the supporting characters' part were not essential. When the supposed friends of Henry died, and that happened to two of them, I didn't even feel a tinge of sadness. Their presence just flew by, and even Junior, who was supposed to be this Henry's other self or whatever, didn't feel that important. And don't get me started on the villain who was so petty. I just knew what was going to happen to him the moment Henry took the gun from Junior's hands. The whole thing was just too predictable and has no surprises whatsoever. But hey, the journey is quite eventful and fun, so good enough for me. So should you watch this movie, unless you watch it with all 3D plus glory, unless you watch it like that, then I don't recommend you watching this movie at all. Better to wait it out and watch it on your favorite streaming services, since I predict that this movie will appear on them quite soon. You better off watching Joker, honestly. And that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this movie review, and if you did, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. They are in my description below. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you next time.